We're here on the SignLink stand here at the print show, and we got a great visitor with us, somebody who's actually done an article for SignLink as well. Could you introduce yourself to everyone at home?
Yeah, my name's Isabel. I work at Imageco. I'm an art worker who's slowly transitioning into a project coordinator, and I'm also on the FESPA Next Generation committee, which is who I'm with today.
Fantastic. So yeah, Imageco, they do a lot of projects in terms of graphics,
Yeah.
signage, retail. Sustainability is a big
Yeah,
part of that as well.
massive.
Do you want to just talk about what the company's all about and the projects you do?
Yeah, so at Imageco, our main focus is definitely sustainability. We spend a lot of time researching and investing in sustainable machinery, sustainable practices in every day, such as turning off lights and whatnot, sustainable materials, just everything really.
Mm.
Even our new 3D printer,
Mm.
we've got some fully recyclable filament, which can be 3D printed into whatever you want. And I think it's one of the most recyclable materials that we have, which is
Okay.
crazy.
Wow.
Because you wouldn't think of that with a 3D
Yeah.
printer.
I think that's why I was interested in the fact that you guys have got a 3D
Yeah.
printer, because often you think how much use is this technology within the signage world. So even though it's called 3D print,
Yeah.
it's almost like more of a scientific additive
Yeah.
type thing. But it does have its uses, like you said, within retail projects
Yeah,
and things like
definitely.
that. So something you mentioned in your article as well, I think is, and it kind of ties in with the next gen thing, is how cool the work you get to work on is
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah.
So is it like Wednesday and like Doc Martens and stuff like that? What's some of the the cool projects and stuff you get to do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Wednesday,
Mm.
it's
The Netflix series, we should
yeah,
be clear,
the
not
Netflix
just the day of
series,
the week.
not
Yeah.
the day of the week.
Yeah.
I think seeing that in the factory
Mm.
was just surreal. It's looking at it and being like, this is something that everyone is watching on the TV,
Mm.
and no one in the world is relating this to print.
Mm.
Yet there it is in the shop window. Everyone's walking past it and like, oh my god, wow. Anything really. I love seeing things in store. I think that's my favourite. When you
Okay.
see something and you're like, that has been in my work and now it's out in public. I just find that really cool.
And you said you're sort of transitioning into a new role. So what's the sort of changes and differences you would have there?
Yeah, so I'm coming up to my third year now working in print. I'm working at Imageco. Most of that I've been an art worker, which
Yeah.
I absolutely love. But me and my boss Nathan have decided to take me to the next step of working in more projects, because I really do enjoy talking to people, very
Right.
organised.
Okay,
It's like,
yes.
"Ugh." So I'm really looking forward to being able to deal with clients more.
Right.
But it's definitely a slow transition, and I think I'm definitely still going to be keeping parts of my old role too.
That's good. And that all ties in, like, from working on cool projects to move into different roles in the company. That ties quite
Yeah.
well into the next gen stuff, which
Oh, definitely.
often people say that to keep these people in the industry, you need to keep them
Yeah.
engaged and working in different parts. So you've been on the next gen for quite some time. What have you seen mainly, and what are the sort of the biggest challenges that you're still talking to young people and businesses about?
I think as a starting point, I've always thought in order to hire and then retain young people within your business, you need a sort of clear career development plan. And I think if you can come to that agreement with a new hire, a young person or someone very experienced, whatever it might be,
Yeah.
I think career development is so important, including wages. You can see, oh, when you get to this point, this way your wage can go up. It's motivating,
Yeah.
as you'll
that's
be
true.
learning more, earning more. I think that's very fair, and I think that's something that comes across with a lot of young people that we talk to
Yeah.
in print. They just want to know where they're going, want to know where they're heading.
That makes sense, yeah. And you're saying there about like the people you're talking to. So here at the show, FESPA UK has got their stand, which is all focused
Yeah.
around the next gen. You've been here today to sort of represent that. What have the conversations been like? What have you been talking about?
It's been very well received. People are very interested in supporting their young members of staff, which is so lovely to hear,
Yeah.
because it's something that we're all so passionate about at the committee, and so know that other people are passionate about it as well. It's just like, oh, brilliant, it's got a reason. We've got reason to be doing this. Lots of nice questions being asked, lots of people wanting to come to our events, scanning our QR codes, doing it very engaging. It's just lovely. It's lovely to see so much passion around the next gen.
And one of the things you mentioned in your article as well, which is similar kind of territory, is the Rising Star Awards,
Oh,
which
yeah.
you previously had sort of been a recipient of, and you sort of helped out with that this year. How important do you feel that is?
I think the printing charity are acing it when it comes to young people.
Yeah.
When I won my award, the whole process was extremely smooth. The communication was brilliant. And then after that, it was followed up with even more sport and more opportunities, which is brilliant. And now I've seen that they're introducing webinars and other things like that for winners, which I think is really nice. And then obviously to be invited back as a judge is just such an honour a year on. And to be able to interview and speak to so many amazing young people,
Yes.
to me it's just so inspiring. And I was sat there doing the interviews thinking, I think I'm more nervous than these that I'm interviewing. They were just so brilliant. I was genuinely astounded. It was so incredible.
Yeah, and that's why, like at Signlink, the idea of that article, fresh perspectives is to have those new voices in the industry. And I think you're starting to see now, rather than who's this and they're part of that company. It's been a few years that the Next Gen committee has been running now, and like you said, you're seeing those people like, I know them, and that you are becoming the face of the companies, which is great, because it means that rather than like people who've been in it for 30, 40 years and them being the only people you recognize, some of these young people now are starting to become those recognizable figures, which is great.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Is there anything else you'd want to sort of shout out for Imageco if people do want to sort of learn more about the company or see what you do, or Festival Next Gen? Is there anything you'd say?
My boss Nathan is brilliant at posting on LinkedIn. If you want to know anything about the company, definitely head over there, because not only does he post that, he posts a lot of holiday pictures in Italy, and it looks absolutely beautiful there. So.
And he's Mr. Green for a lot of people as well.
Indeed.
So any advice about sustainability,
Very knowledgeable.
go to him.
Very knowledgeable.
Well, thank you for joining us on the stand.
Thanks for having me.